Over the next few minutes, we're going to lay out the blueprint for a home care agency that's not just successful, but truly resilient. And the cornerstone of it all? Well, it's that device you use every single day, your phone. Let's really dig into how you can turn every single ring into a real opportunity for building trust and growing your business. So I want you to stop and ask yourself this, honestly. Right now, is your phone your absolute strongest asset? Or is it actually your biggest liability? Is it actively bringing you new clients, or is it quietly costing you opportunities you don't even know about? Because how you answer that, well, that could really define the future of your agency. All right, let's jump into pillar one, the first point of contact. You've heard it before. You only get one chance to make a first impression. And in this business, that's truer than ever. And it all starts with one simple, non-negotiable rule. 3. That's the magic number. Your phone should never, ever ring more than 3 times. I want you to think about who's on the other end of that line. They're probably stressed, maybe they're scared, maybe they're desperate for help. Answering that phone quickly isn't just about being efficient. It's the very first thing you do to say, "We're here and we've got you." But just picking up the phone? That's only step one. The person who answers can't just be someone who takes a message. No way. Every single person on your team needs to be trained and, more importantly, empowered to do these 3 things right then and there. Answer any question, take the referral, and start the initial intake on the spot. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The moment your team has to say, "Someone will call you back," you might as well just hang up. You've lost them. They are already on Google, dialing the next number on their list. That golden opportunity, it's gone. Poof. And that leads us perfectly into pillar 2, ownership. See, a great phone system isn't just about rules and procedures, it's about culture. It's about getting every single person, from your newest hire to your most senior manager, to think and act like an owner of the business. And you can see the difference so clearly here. On the left, you got that old, passive mindset. Take a message, wait for someone to tell you what to do. But on the right, that's the ownership mindset, proactive, taking the initiative, solving the problem right away. That, right there, is the engine that's going to power your agency's growth. And the result of this cultural shift is just so powerful. This isn't some fluffy idea to make your office a nicer place to work. I mean, it does that too, but it's a core growth strategy. When your team is empowered, they become problem solvers and advocates. And that translates directly to more business. It's really that simple. Which brings us to our final and maybe most demanding pillar, mastering the 24/7 on-call system. Because, let's face it, people's needs don't just stop at 5 p.m. And if you want to be their first choice, your reliability can't either. This is where you truly prove your commitment. Now, the key here is to do this without burning out your team. And you do that by scaling intelligently. As you can see, you can start small with maybe one manager handling it. As you grow, you add a part-time person to share the load. And eventually, you build a full rotation. It's a completely manageable path to providing that absolutely crucial round-the-clock coverage. And who's making these calls in the middle of the night? It could be a family in the middle of an emergency, a current client who's feeling scared. Sometimes it's a lonely client who just needs to hear a friendly voice, or a caregiver calling out of a critical shift. Think about it. How would you want your family to be treated in that moment? Because how you handle these calls, that is your reputation. So when you put it all together, the 3-ring rule, the ownership culture, and that rock-solid 24/7 on-call system, what does it all boil down to? It's one simple, powerful word: reliability. At the end of the day, the question every family is asking is just this: can we count on you? So I'll just leave you with this one last question to really think about for your own agency. When that call comes in, whether it's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the morning, will someone be there to pick up the phone? Because that right there is the ultimate test